how would you respond to this idea that religion's a construct of things that you have to do, right? So Karl Lentz, just put a little context around this. Karl Lentz of Hillsong Church, or I guess used to be Hillsong Church, was watching an interview that he did. Yeah, a lot of controversy there. There was an interview that he did with Logan Paul of the Impulsive Paul podcast here on YouTube. And he said this, and I'm quoting here, he said, "Religion should scare you. I don't believe in religion. Religion is a construct of what you have to do. I believe in a relationship," end quote. How do you respond to that quote, that statement, and just the broader context of this idea that religion's just some construct of things that you have to do?
Yeah, and that's a really interesting quote. And it's actually, I would say that's something that's actually been popping up more and more. I seem to hear things like that more and more as the years have been going on. So there's this push that's going on right now, religion versus relationship. And the way that it's pitched is this: God created relationship, people created religion. Except that is total malarkey. Like if you sat down and read the books of Genesis and Exodus, it's very obvious. God literally created a religion, which is called Judaism.
Yeah.
And Judaism is a complete religion with guidelines, laws, practices, and customs. And so, no human being created that. God created that. Now, why did he do that, though? He did it for relationship. Fair enough. But he also did create that religion. Yeah. So why wouldn't that same rationale stand to reason that God also used that in creating Christianity? And the thing is that he did, because Christ came and he created it, and Christ happens to be God. Yeah. So Christianity is a religion and it is a relationship all at the same time. Honestly, when I hear that kind of language, it really sounds a lot like a huge cop-out. And, I don't have to do anything. I just have to, love God. And it's like, well, what does love God mean? Is there anything contained in loving God? Yeah. And it seems like it's somewhat of a circular reasoning that's being used there. Well, through God's grace, I'll do things, but I don't have to do those things. Yeah. And I would challenge back. I'd push back and I'd say, what's wrong with having to do those things? What's wrong with placing demands on yourself? We as human beings, we're doers. God knows this. Jesus was a man. Jesus knows this because he was a man and had to do. And so while, religion might scare you, I would say it's not intended to scare you, but religion is instead, it's intended to assist you in living an upright, moral, godly life so that you can achieve the relationship with God that God wants with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so good. I think too, one of the thoughts, just kind of expounding on that thought further, is the thing that stuck out to me about this. I don't believe in religion. Religion is a construct of what you have to do. I believe in a relationship. Any relationship, there's things that you do. It flows from the relationship, doesn't it? Right. So if I think of my marriage to my wife, there's of course I have a personal choice in what I do or don't do, but there are things that I do that further the relationship, right? That I can't just be a rock not doing anything and expect that relationship to flourish,
But I would even expand on that a little bit more, Josh, and say that your wife within your marriage, she places demands on you.
Oh yeah. I wasn't going to go there, but yes.
I mean, it's true.
And
that's not to villainize your wife.
No.
That's the relationship. So you have this relationship, but you still have demands placed on you. One of those, for instance, is being a good husband.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's on your wedding day, go back to your wedding day. What do you make? You make vows. You'd say, these are the things I am going to do, not because you have to, right? But because you want to. Right? It's out of
because
the
I'm
love.
Giving myself completely
to you, out of my love for you, willing your good, going back to our earlier definition. I want to do these things for you. And so it's interesting that he juxtaposes this as a construct of things you have to do versus the things that are purported that you have to do are what have outpoured and outflowed from the very relationship that he's talking about entering into. Hey everyone, thank you so much for checking out this clip from the Practical Theism podcast. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to check out the full episode, you can do so by finding it on our YouTube channel. Definitely consider subscribing and ringing that little bell so you can continue to get updates, notifications when we release new episodes and new clips just like this one. I hope to see you soon.